Just getting home from work. We got an unboxing and it's a little bit of a recap. I'll explain in a minute after my shower and after I change. You're too early, guys. We got a problem here, Glenn. I was just in the shower. I told these guys I'm going in the shower. I turn around and they're looking at me in the shower. Now that's... Guys, come on. I don't want people thinking that I have full of chest hair and all that. Please don't look at me in the shower again. Anyway, no checking me out in the shower because you'll be too scared. So this is kind of a recap. I did this one before, but it wasn't really the best quality unboxing, I don't think. I was kind of tired, kind of rushed. Plus I wasn't in my right headspace, so this is kind of going to be a recap for new viewers or for people that just want to watch it again, whatever. That's fine. Give her a watch. But what we have now is the 1 of 18 scale Ecto-1 by Joyride. And we're going to unbox it for... Actually, it's already unboxed. That's weird. See that, guys? It's 1 of 18 scale.
That's not 118.
Oh. I was waiting for Glenn to notice something. I didn't think this was 1 of 18 scale either. No, we got the real one right here, guys. So, the one complaint I have about the way this one is packaged is, see Slimer? You guys know I like to take things out of the box to look. If you take Slimer out of this box, that's all she wrote. She's not going back in. So I'm going to take this one out. We're going to have a good look over the car. We're going to destrap it. And I have my Slimer out that we're going to check out with it so we don't have to break the bubble on Glenn's Slimer. And this, guys, so the Hot Wheels Elite is the best Ecto in my opinion. It's kind of tied with the Silver Screen machines, maybe a bit nicer than the Silver Screen. This one is very nice and it's very affordable if you get it for the right price, and I love that it comes with Slimer. Now the Hot Wheels Elite one and the Silver Screen Machines Auto World one are true 1 of 18 scale. They won't fit in my burpee cabinet. This one is scaled down just a tiny bit. It's 1 of 21 scale. Just a bit. I don't know why they did that, but I'm glad they did that because this just fits into my burpee cabinet. Just. I didn't think it was going to fit that day. I was shocked that it fit, but it fit. And I'm glad they scaled it down. Now this is from Joyride. I'm going to guess 2003, but let's see here. Oh no, I was off by a year. 2004. I'll read you guys the back. The classic 1984 comedy Ghostbusters follows the exploits of 4 doctors recently fired from university research jobs who go into business as parapsychologists specializing in psychic phenomena. Their company car is a heavily modified 59 ambulance equipped with all the necessary technology and gadgetry to exterminate a wide array of apparitions. With the Ecto-1 at their disposal, they ain't afraid of no ghosts. That's funny, 1984, basically Glenn's truck has all the same stuff on it because it's a new truck. It's got all the same features. A 2021, what is it, a Warlock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I love the box, the way they did the box of this. Really like it. Just like the whole package of it. I kept my box mint even though I busted out Slimer. I just couldn't leave Slimer in there, guys. If you look at my cabinet, Slimer is in my cabinet with the Ecto. And I actually have this Hot Wheels premium version with real riders in beside it, just for the cool effect of it. But let's have a look. We'll get this baby unstrapped before it ends up with any strap damage on that nice white paint. Running low on the one box of gloves. I hope the other box fits me. Okay. And again, like I said, guys, I kind of wasn't in the right headspace when I did mine. I believe Diane had just left or something like that. Now mine, just to give you guys an idea of shopping around before you pull the trigger, if you go back and watch my video, I got mine mint and sealed for $50 in the box. That's the cheapest I've seen it in the box. Now, mind you, it was from a gentleman in Abbotsford, BC. Like, I had to pay for shipping. I got it from Kijiji, had to pay for shipping. It was still under $100. Glenn's here, $100. I believe it was, right? It wasn't over 100.
No, it was $100 exactly, but it was about a 5-minute drive from here.
Yeah, so Glenn's was $100. We got Dave one, or Dave actually found himself one. It's funny because me and Glenn were bugging Dave, the same guy that sold me the Auto Art Bullet for 100, had an Ecto-1 for 100. We were asking Dave, like I was telling Dave he should grab it because it's a great deal. It was sealed in pristine condition. But Dave didn't need to grab it because he ended up finding his own for $100. So yeah, guys, this Ecto here, don't pay over 100 for it. This is actually in, I'm saying this in January 2024. Tops I would pay is $125. And if I paid $125, it would have to be, the box would have to be just mint. And yeah, this one is not the best version of the Ecto out, but for me, it's totally doable for my collection. It's nice enough to have in my collection. I don't feel the pang, I gotta upgrade it. Like, for example, if I had the American Muscle General Lee, or just the regular Ertl General Lee, and then the silver screen machines General Lee came out, I would have to have the silver screen. Like, I would have to upgrade it, right? But this, I don't feel the super need to upgrade it. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see the Hot Wheels Elite one for cheap, I will. You know what I mean? And then I'll sell off my Ertl. You guys know how I do it. That's how I did it with my Bullet car. I got my American Muscle Authentics Bullet Charger, the real nice one, for $125, but I paid $45 out of pocket because and that's not gonna go past Slimer. See that, guys? I gotta back the car out the other way or it's gonna break Slimer's bubble. But I only paid $45 out of pocket for that Bullet car because I actually sold the one that I got for $80. I had the original Ertl Bullet Charger, mint condition, and I sold it for what I paid for it. So that brought the out-of-pocket cost down to $45. But yeah, this for $50, this was unreal. I couldn't believe it. Just a guy that bought it new in the store wanted his money back. You see that a lot. People that don't care about appreciation, they take it, enjoy it for a few years, get their money back. A lot of my collection, guys, I got my money back, and I was happy to do it. Because I didn't have, like, I had a lot of vintage stuff, guys. Duke stuff, all that stuff. Glenn here cleaned up on stuff that he grabbed for me when I sold off. Wow. He got vintage stuff for what I paid for it. And some of it was ridiculous. Okay. So
I didn't really clean up on it. I just gave it a good home.
Well, no, you know what I mean. I didn't mean that in a negative
Yeah.
way. I'm glad that it came here because I could still get to enjoy it. And this came loose. Oh, we might have to actually glue that, Glenn. Yep. Had a little casualty, but it's not a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
The antenna, the little antenna thing that goes on here, it's actually a break, but it's a clean break. Just right here, guys. Glenn, don't worry. It's a clean break. See that? We can glue it plastic on plastic.
Okay.
It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. If there is something to worry about, I would say, oh shit, Glenn, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna get rid of, first thing we're gonna do is we're going to get rid of the bands. Actually, you know what? We'll take it off this case first. That way we can get rid of all the bands. First, we'll have a good going around of it. I think they did a pretty darn good job of it. Definitely better than the Jada. Sorry, Jada. I have a lot of respect for Jada because of the Scarface figures and the job that they did on their resin figures. And some of the other stuff they did. I love Jada. I don't think there's any of these guys I hate. Just some of them have better qualities than others. Okay, so, and taking these guys off the base, guys, one thing I learned the hard way. See how there's 8 screws? Take out the 4 center ones. That's what does the car. That's what gets the car off the base. Otherwise, if you do the 4 outer screws, you're going to be taking the car off the base with the center base. Ghostbusters. Update on Miami Vice, guys. You guys are probably like, holy shit, did he even order? This guy's full of shit. Yeah, I ordered it. It's on its way to Canada right now. I don't know if it's on a boat or a plane, but it's left the Netherlands and it's on its way to Canada. It has been for a couple days. I'm hoping it's flying, because if it's flying, it shouldn't take too long. But it's wild because I ordered that and I ordered Ferris around the same time. I ordered Ferris from eBay, of all places. I never shopped there, but I did. And of course, right after that, Max found a place that was practically paying you to take them and got his in like half a day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I overpaid a bit for Ferris, which I don't like to admit, but I was excited about it. And it was from eBay. It had that stupid global shipping where as soon as it hits Canada, the tracking just quits working. Like you see that it's hit Canada and that's it. And that got here way quicker. And both of them were going through Netherlands Post at one point. Okay, so even though it's 1.21 scale, guys, it's still a monster. It's still very, very long. The one of 18 must be a real monster, though. Show you guys the bottom. Nicely detailed bottom for an Ecto. I would glue this thing on right now, but maybe I'll do that before glamour shots because it looks like an easy glue. It'll just take a minute to dry. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do that. We can't have glamour shots with a broken antenna. Okay, so this has straps all the way around. My goodness. It's got a piece of plastic on, or 2 pieces of plastic holding that back door open. Or holding the door open. Yeah, it holds the door open, guys. Yeah, they want it to smash off in transport. So that's the plan. Okay, so being very careful because another piece of advice, you do not want to pick these cars up by the windows. the older Hot Wheels Elite Ecto-1. I know that one. The windows all pop out of that baby like no tomorrow. And it's not necessarily the fault of the maker. Just glue dries out. And that's a weak point. But over time, glue dries out. And when the glue dries out, the parts usually come off clean. Now, sadly, with Glenn's antenna here, it's for once, it's not the glue drying out. It actually broke. But it's a nice clean break. And it's an easy fix. Okay. Okay, so before we get right into the glamour shots, I'm gonna give you guys a go around. Okay, doors open nicely. Those Ertl hinges. They don't open super wide, but they open nice. But it's just the way that old car is, right? And we'll have a look at the driver's side. One thing I just noticed that I'm not a fan of on here, the door handles are actually molded into the metal and painted. I never noticed that before. They're not chrome handles, and that's why I'm having such a bitch of a time. Oh, here we go. The window was down. I was trying to grab the handle, but see that? It's not a chrome handle. It's actually molded into the door. First time I noticed that. Not a big fan. Not gonna lie. Door nicely detailed with the chrome handle. We're gonna get a look at the details better when we go up on the look-see set. We got a little warning here for authenticity. See if it'll focus. What's it say here? See if I could focus. Ectoplasmic. I can't read that. Keep clear ectoplasmic. Something. Okay, so the back door, if I remember correctly from my own Ecto, back door doesn't open super wide. Just the way it's made. Yeah, so the back door does not open super wide. Just the way that it's designed. The Hot Wheels Elite one opens all the way up. That's got some nice details in the back. It's got the control console thing. Of course, guys, we're going to get a better look on the look-see set. Showing you guys the top. And again, I am going to be repairing this before we get the glamour shots. There's the plates. No mistaking what it is. Now the Hot Wheels Elite Ecto, it's got a lot more equipment on top. Back door opens wide up. And we forgot to see the best part, guys. You guys got to remind me. Don't just let us forget. Looking at me in the shower and then you won't tell me when I forget something. And a heavy casting like this, by the way, guys, when it's on a table, try not turning the wheels with the steering wheel because it loosens it up, damages it, especially with heavier castings. Well, guys, surprisingly, that is a very nicely detailed engine. I was not expecting that on an Ecto-1. That has some nice details. Okay, so what we're going to do is... Oh, by the way, guys, the back doors unfortunately do not open. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look on the look-see set. And we're going to have a look with Slimer. only, like I said, the way this is blistered in, if you remove Slimer, he's out for good. It's a blister. We're not going to do that. This box is mint, as you can see. So we're not going to do that. We're going to show you guys my Slimer. So guys, I just made a realization. I was looking at the top of Glenns Ecto, and I'm going, that's missing stuff. I know it's missing stuff. I completely forgot. So you see Slimer there in its blister. If you go down the wall, see the little satellite dish and stuff. Satellite dish, the little antenna, stuff like that. So we're not going to crack out Glenn's, but you know me, I want to show you a complete example, right? Come on. So I got a complete example to show you. Let's go. I knew that looked bare. It is a good thing that I noticed that, or else I would have had people in the comments going, Retro, you dumbass. That's not the complete Ecto. This is the complete Ecto right here. And here is Slimer. Now, Slimer is, I like him, he's nice. He's translucent, which I like. But he's harder, I would say he's a hard rubber. Harder than I thought. He kind of reminds me of those things that went on the top of pencils in the 80s. If you're my age, you'll remember them. They had the hands just like this. Reminds me of one of those, but bigger and harder. But there's Slimer. I think they did a good job. And the cool thing about him is you could actually position him kind of up like this. Make him look like he's like chasing the car above it. But I'll show you guys the go around on the full example of the car anyway. Starting up at the roof, you see all the different doodads. All the gadgetry for ghost fighting. I know if Eric is watching, it's these things that help keep ghosts out of his bedroom at night. His Ecto-1. I know this keeps ghosts out of the basement for me. That's where I sleep. I gotta sleep in the dark basement. The inside's decently done, but I think that they could have done the chrome on the steering wheel, you know, where you honk the horn. But other than that, it's all right. You see a radio in there, stuff like that. There's the inner door. Now here's a little zoomed in look at the back. You got that control panel in the back just for realism. Even got details on the back door here. Pretty sexy but no license plate on the back of it. Have a look in through the passenger side. See little gadgets, even a CB on the dash. Now if we pretend that we're Skinners and peek through the back window here on the car, just peep like Skinners here. You don't really see much because the windows are tinted. Now for the good part. Let's check out that power plant. Now this is the part that surprised me. Don't worry, we're gonna get it under better light. That hood is huge and blocks out some light, guys, but you could see it's even wired. Different color valve covers, different color block, different color air cleaner. Still trying to get a good view of it for you guys, but if you can manage to see in there, it's nicely detailed. Okay, just some all around glamour shots of this guy. It looks great with any other movie car, really. Stands right out. Now, obviously, if you're buying this, you're not buying it for a pretty muscle car. You're buying it because you love what it is. And to me, it's a symbol of the 1980s. A time of awesome movies. Hey, let's zoom in and see what that text says there, if we can. Keep clear. You're not gonna do it, eh? Trying to zoom in. Oh, there we go. Keep clear. Ectoplasmic residue overflow drain. Do not inhale vapors. Sorry, I was just inhaling ectoplasm vapors. One last look, and then we'll go have a seat, have a chat, and I'll talk a little bit about this car and give my opinion of it overall. Does look cool with that Slimer, doesn't it? Okay, enough screwing around. Let's go talk about this. There you go, guys. The Ertl slash Joyride Ecto-1 from 2004 with the Slimer figure. My overall opinion, I give it a retro score of about 7 out of 10, and that's being generous. I don't like how the back door opens. I wish the other doors opened a little bit wider. Other than that, I think it's pretty cool. My opinion, if you're trying to build a movie car collection, do quality over quantity, okay? Because you don't want to buy a bunch of cheap cars and then later on you regret it and say, damn, I wish I instead of that Jada, I would have bought the Hot Wheels Elite or stuff like that. But you buy the best you can afford. So this is definitely good for your collection. You guys see I have it right in my burpee cabinet. I do not have a Hot Wheels Elite Ecto. I had one, but there was issues with it. Yeah, this is definitely doable for your collection. Definitely good enough for nice enough to collect. It looks great on display. People walking by at a glance, it looks awesome. They're not going to say that's the Joyride and not the Hot Wheels Elite. Looks pretty good. Like I said, in my opinion, if you want this and you don't have an Ecto yet, I recommend it. But again, if you're in Canada and this is a January 2024 price, $125 max. And that's sealed in the box, mint box, $125 max. Reason I'm saying it is because I got mine mint in box sealed, if you remember, for $50. And that was before I had my deal of the week book on Facebook, so it's not in there. But I paid $50, and that was in 2023, so it wasn't that long ago. So I would look to spend about $100 on one, but $125 would be the max. So far I paid $50, but we got Dave one for $100, mint sealed in the box, and we got Glenn one for $100, mint sealed in the box. So it's not a fluke. You can get them for that price, and down the road, if you can afford a Hot Wheels Elite one, or let's say you see one for a great deal, sell off the Ecto that you have. Movie cars are hot, especially the ones of quality, like the ones that are in the store now, the Jadas. You'll have a hard time selling them because you can go down to the store and pick it up out of the store. Something from 2004, you're not going to have an issue selling it. I had that Bullet Charger sold, the original Ertl one, like sold long before I went and picked up my replacement for it. Movie cars are hot right now, guys. As long as they're quality ones. So we're just waiting for the Miami Vice car and the Crockett figure. Hunting is dead right now. We are in the big drought. Sorry about that, guys. There's been no score videos, hunting haul videos, because we're in the after Christmas drought. You remember I was talking about that before Christmas when we were still flush with stuff. I said, you watch, after Christmas we get hammered. Don't mind my pajamas, guys. These are my Knight Rider pajamas. If you want a set, they're at Walmart. Anyway, guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a recap of the Ertl Joyride Ecto-1 from 2004, 1 of 18 scale. We had to get those ugly straps off of Glenns Ecto. And we did just that. We destrapped her. So please smash the like button for me. Keeps me motivated and it keeps me pumping out the content for you guys. Please subscribe and share, and as always, happy hunting, guys.
Hey, apologize, Goof.